23 of Vlogmas. It is Saturday. It's a very gloomy day today on this eve of Christmas Eve, but I'm having a really nice start to my day. I felt pretty productive but relaxed yesterday, and I'm carrying it on through today and hopefully tomorrow as well. I've just spent a little bit of time this morning while everyone's been quiet and kind of sleeping in. Glenn went out to do a couple of things. He's one of those people that can go out the day before Christmas and just magically find all kinds of great things. There was one year actually when the boys were really young. We would ask them what they would want from Santa, and we kind of got no answers. And on Christmas Eve morning, Camden, bless his little heart, told us that Santa was going to bring him a Woody doll or a Buzz Lightyear. I can't remember which one of them from Toy Story, on Christmas Eve, and we didn't have it. So Glenn went out, magically found it. So I don't know where he is and what he's finding today. He's probably finding all kinds of good stuff, but I am taking advantage of the quiet around here. I've been tackling some laundry, cleaning the kitchen. I've got more cookies to bake later today, and I'm just really enjoying the stillness of today before things get a little bit busier. I've actually got plans to do a lot of knitting today. I've been really enjoying my Sylvie scarf. I pulled it out yesterday. We went out for dinner last night, which was a really nice way to end off the week and start our Christmas vacation as a family. We went to a restaurant we really like, and I brought my knitting and actually worked on it there, which I don't normally do, but this is the perfect on-the-go project. It's the Sylvie scarf by Petite Knits, and I am in love with how it's knitting up. I mean, it's pretty basic. We all know what it looks like if you know the pattern, but this Clinton Hill cashmere is absolutely divine, and I love it. I think it's gonna go with everything. And I think I just have a couple more repeats before I'm at the center mark, and then I can start decreasing and going back. So I'm really enjoying that. And I think I'm going to just work on that today and my Advent socks and try to make a little bit of progress on those while I take advantage of some time. Maybe I'll watch a movie this afternoon. I don't know. And I mentioned the anthology throw yesterday, which I still really want to cast on, and I think I will, but I'm going to save it for next week. I want to make a bit of progress on some of my current whips, and I also have that Stockholm hat that I forgot about. So I've got a few small projects I think I should focus on first. Then I'll have my number 10 shawl, my sweater, and maybe I'll cast on that anthology throw in the coming week or two. Who knows? I'd really love to use my Advent minis in one project like that. I have quite a few Advents that I've collected over the years. I've started a few blankets. I've gotten a couple of questions as to project ideas for them, but to be honest, I don't use them in one main project. I tend to use them to start blankets, and then they kind of sit as long-term projects. I really want to change that this year. I'd like to use one in the anthology throw maybe, and one in the Cory poncho by Amy Palco at some point. So we'll see how it goes. I think when I do some planning for my 2024 knitting, those will come into play, and we'll see how I do with that. But I think I'm going to get my laundry going, or keep it going, and bake some cookies this afternoon and just enjoy a quiet afternoon with some knitting. I might head over to my sister's this afternoon to see if she needs any help in preparation for Christmas Eve. But I think that's it. I think I've got everything mostly covered. I've even decided not to bake the chocolate panettone on Christmas or Boxing Day because I purchased one that we love. And I like to cut that one open on Christmas morning. And then I think I might make my own next week. We'll see. I'm just kind of spreading things out because we've got lots of time to enjoy the holidays next week. And so I think today is just going to be another relaxing knitting day. At this point in the month, my dining room is getting a little bit chaotic. This is where I open all of the advents, and whatever treats and goodies we have end up getting piled up in here. And I started to pull some of my advent minis out yesterday while I was thinking about the anthology throw, and I thought I would do a little recap with you because I feel like tomorrow and Christmas Day are going to be really busy. I might start moving things around in here because this is where we have our Christmas brunch and our Christmas dinner. And I just wanted to have a look at them because they are so beautiful. And some years I try to keep them in the order that I opened them in. I've even numbered labels before. I think last year I was really meticulous about putting each day's number on the label, but this year I did not do that. I just wanted to approach this in a much more relaxed way, and I'm really happy with that. So I started with 2 of the advents. I've laid them out on the table and I wanted to share them with you so far, and then I'm going to pop them back into their bag or their basket and then pull out the other 2 to share. So I think my Dandelion and Dogwood Advent minis are going to be my anthology throw. They are really beautiful. I have no idea what order I opened them in. And I just popped them into this beautiful tote bag that they came with. And I think I'm just going to use them like this. I just started, I'm pretty sure these are the ones I started with, these really pale ones, and it kind of moved into more color, and I probably have them roughly in the right order, but with a few mixed up. But I think this would be a really pretty anthology throw. So it's going to go back in here, but I wanted to have a look at it to see what it looked like all spread out, and I think it's absolutely stunning and would make a really nice anthology throw held with, I think I have like a vanilla colored mohair up in my studio. So that is the plan for this advent calendar. It's so beautiful. I'm excited to see, what do I have left for that? I do have this one for tomorrow. So there's a full skein in there. I'm super excited to see what that is. I also pulled out all of my Homespun House minis. They were living in this basket. And I know that this one was dyed in a fade. So I've just roughly started to put them in that order, but I have no idea how I want to order these just yet. And I did have a little, I think I'm just missing a day. So it doesn't really matter what order they're in. I think they're so gorgeous. They are so beautifully saturated and vibrant. I feel like these would be really fun in a blanket. And I kept a Homespun House minis from last year's advent all laid out in a beautiful basket. They're actually sitting like in a tray basket in my family room with a cozy comfort throw. And I think I might just add these to that blanket. I haven't really been keeping up with it, but I feel like Molly's colors are so saturated and beautiful that they would make a really nice vibrant blanket. And so I might just pop them back into this basket and add them to that project. So I've got one more mini for tomorrow, and then I have, let's see where I put that one. I also have, a full skein for Christmas Day, which I will admit I had to have a peek at it yesterday, and oh my gosh, if I was casting on a Christmas Eve sock, this is what I would be casting on. I'm not going to spoil it just yet. I will open it on Christmas Day on camera. It is to die for. It's perfection. And I don't think I'll be done my Advent socks, so I won't be casting it on right away. But if I want to cast on another sock after Christmas, this is going to be it, because it is so beautiful, so perfect. So I am going to put those away. That's my plan for these 2 Advents, and then I will, I'm going to pull out the other 2 that I want to share with you as well. I also already opened up my Advent minis for today because I wanted to have as many as possible as I laid them out. So here are the last 2. This is the Chelsea Yarns Advent, which is the I Love New York Chelsea Christmas. I love the inspiration behind this Advent. I think the colors are so much fun, and all of the names of the colors are really entertaining. I love New York myself. And so just seeing what each color name and colorway each day is, it's been such a treat. I have no idea what order I opened these in. Every time I would open it, I would just toss it in the big Chelsea tote that came with the Advent, and I love that bag. But I think it's just gonna be fun to make something and pull out whatever color I want. I know Christina has been making the Cory poncho by Amy Palco with her Advent, and I really love how it's knitting up. So I think I might just kind of follow her lead on that and use whatever color I kind of feel like. I'm pretty sure it started out a little bit neutral and then it moves into the colors. I think it's so beautiful. There are 2 more minis to open, one tomorrow, Christmas Eve, one on Christmas Day. And I also have this gorgeous full skein of the I Love New York colorway. So this has been a lot of fun. I'm going to pop it back in the tote bag, and then maybe in the new year at some point attempt to make that poncho. And then the last Advent that I have is from Camijo Knits, and I'm really excited about this one because it is the first time I've ever had an Advent calendar with DK weight yarn. So I feel like the possibilities for this one are so different, and I'm really looking forward to finding something I can make in the new year with this. And I really love the thought process and the design behind the colorways in this Advent. If you've been watching the Camijo Knits vlogmas, you will see every day Camilla opens up her Advent skeins, and then she shares the artwork of Anna Anchor. She puts the photo up of the artwork each day that inspired that skein, and I think that's brilliant. I love the creativity and planning that went behind that, and they're not meant to be in any particular order, so I just open them and put them in this tray. And I think it will be so much fun to find a project for these. I love DK weight socks, so it could be a scrappy sock for me, but I was also thinking this would make a beautiful scrappy sweater or shawl. I don't know. I'm just excited to have DK weight yarns. There are so many beautiful colors in here. I think my favorite one is this one. I just think it's gorgeous with that little peak of purple. And I still have one mini for Christmas Eve and then a full skein for Christmas, which I'm excited about. And I pulled out this little tin too because I forgot it was tucked in this basket. It's a little tin of mints that will be perfect to throw in some stitch markers later on, and there's a little image on there which I think is just a portion of one of Anna Anchor's paintings. So this was a really fun Advent to open up. It's really inspiring. I have no idea what I guess the possibilities are endless with this because it's DK weight and they're just all so different and fun, and I think they will make a beautiful project. Let's do a little recap on this because you guys, I have to say, I'm a little disappointed. I thought this would be fun, but there were some weird teas in here. Like there was one I picked the other day and that one looks okay, but there were some weird ones, like a peanut butter, I don't know, peanut butter brownie. I don't really want my tea to have those flavors in it. So I haven't loved the David's Tea Advent. I'm kind of reminded as to why I stopped getting it, because I think the first year or two that I did Advent, I got the calendar and I didn't really use them. I have to say, the one that I've used the most, it just made the most sense for both Glenn and me, was the Jam. The Jam Advent by Pembina Mug is wonderful. We use jam quite a bit and the jars are beautiful. I reuse the jars for little things. You can put little bits of spices or little notions in them. They're perfect. And I love opening that box. The tea was a little bit of a letdown. I think I'm just going to go through, pull out there's only like a very small handful, like probably 5 of them that I want to drink. But I also don't love loose tea, so I don't know why I went the loose tea route. I should have probably gotten the one with the tea sachets, but that's okay. I know now for next year I will not be getting the tea Advent. I am just going to clean up a bit of this mess. I've got a few lingering treats from Glenn's Advent. I actually am missing his last 2 items, so I'm trying to figure that out quickly. Maybe I'll make him some kind of coupons to redeem or something, or maybe James can help me out. But I need to sort out the last 2 days of Advent for Glenn. I'm going to put these 2 Advent sets of minis away. I'm gonna pop this back in the bag. I've actually really neatly put the Homespun House's minis back in here. I might be able to fit this set as well, and I can tell them apart very easily. So I'm just gathering the rest that I need to open, and I'm tidying up my dining room because clutter is my nemesis. It just irritates me. I don't think I'm obsessive about cleaning, but clutter really clutters my head. So this is going to get all tidied up, and this as well. Maybe I'll just set up a couple things here. This would be a really nice spot to put our Christmas cookies, the panettone, I'm not too sure. And I am going to get to it.